time when like facts matter. Is that too far fetched these days?
To get back to a time where facts matter.
Facts matter. They always matter. So when the tree falls in the woods, it obviously makes a sound because trees falling make sounds. And whether or not you're there has nothing to do with the tree. I understand it could be like some kind of Schrodinger's cat bullshit, but it's not a cat, it's a tree.
But if nobody's there, if like an insect isn't there, like how can we be sure? You know,
That there has to be some sort of conscious experience to make it real. There has to be something of a conscience that validates existence. Is that what I'm picking up on?
Yep, that's correct.
Okay, well,
I'm just asking. It's a question. It's not that I have the answer. I'm just asking.
No, nobody has the answers.
Well, somebody has the answers.
Well, I don't know if that AI has been invented yet, so we're waiting.
You're gonna leave it to AI?
It's obviously not humanity, because if it was, we would have done it by now. This doesn't take a rocket ship to understand consciousness. But,
yeah, a rocket ship would not understand consciousness. It wouldn't be able to do that. What?
What I mean by that is, like, we have enough... The technological advancements that we'll make aren't going to prove or disprove consciousness, in my opinion. But maybe it will. I don't know. Maybe they'll find some sort of meter.
Doctor. Okay.
Some meter of consciousness, but whatever that is.
We're back, you guys.
We were recording that whole time?
We're back.
Okay, hi. It's me.
We're back. It's Sofa Tomatoes. I'm Tom Sofa.
And I'm Mike Tomato.
We're back. We're here to talk about a streamline of consciousness for you guys.
It's really all it is. It's all it ever's been.
So focus up and dive deep.
So if there weren't two dudes with a microphone in a room podcasting,
yep,
would there be a podcast?
If there weren't,
I don't know how to phrase that question. I was trying to do it like
to do like a metaphor type thing.
I was trying to do like the tree thing, and it didn't work.
Yeah,
so I don't really know how to phrase it. I'm not that smart.
If Mike drops a mic,
and his name is Mike.
Exactly. Yeah, well, that's what I just said. If Mike drops a mic. How you doing, man?
Exasperated.
No, scoot up like a foot so you can, meet my level, so I'm not looking so fat on camera.
Yeah, we're back. Well, I mean, I'm also kind of like,
shut up. You don't need to get back there to look slim, and you're slim enough.
Well,
relax.
No.
Get in the frame. Get in the frame.
So here's
stop.
Let's start there. Let's start there.
What do you got?
So I was rewatching one of our videos on YouTube.
Okay.
Because we do put this on YouTube for just the listeners.
So that's why we got one extra view.
We're welcome.
Yeah, we got one view. That's good.
And I was looking at myself, judging myself as as any good.
I thought that was going to go a different way.
Oh, what do you think I was going to say?
I thought you were going to tell me that I'm in the frame wrong and this and that. Go ahead.
Oh,
sure.
Talk
about yourself. Talk about yourself.
No.
Talk about yourself.
No. This is emotional. This is great. This is identity. I'm watching myself and I'm like, my God, she's gotten fat. You know, like Edna from like the Edna mode from The Incredibles.
Yeah, who doesn't know that?
Where
person?
he rings and she's like, my God, you've gotten fat. Like that is literally
that's you.
That's how I feel sometimes because I haven't exercised in too long, and my friend sent me a video back when I was like working at the bar when I was like skinny mini.
Yeah,
and I was like, damn, to be that weight again,
dude. I feel that
my pants are getting tight.
Oh yeah,
and I'm scared.
None of my jeans fit. None.
I force them to fit. Like I'm really squeezing.
None of them fit. The fact that I even have pants on right now is unbelievable. But these are Old Navies. These are new Old Navies that have a little extra give, and they got a little less give than when I got them. So
I'm feeling the pressure that I'm going to India in a couple of days, so I'm not going to be able to cut down some sizes within that time frame.
Yeah,
it's just not possible. But
okay.
But after India, I gotta buckle down.
You think so? It's buckle down time?
Because it's summer. like spring is sprung, summer is arriving. It's time to get
summer
bod ready. You know, and I've been slacking.
Man, I think back to 2 years ago. I was in real good shape.
When you were on the mountain doing shit?
2 years ago?
No, that was way more.
I was in good shape then too, but no, I was in really good shape about 2 years ago when I was at Kim took a picture of me when I was in New York City for the U.S. Open.
Okay.
And I looked so darn slim. It was all going on, and let's add 30 pounds 2 years later.
Such is life.
Let's add 30 pounds.
And I'm not gonna,
and I'm guessing that could be low. I'm nervous to say.
I'm not gonna hop on Ozempic either. I'm not at that position in my life. But for me, the thing that always gets me, like, body, whatever. I have a pear-shaped body. It's a brutal circumstance to exist in sometimes, but it could be worse. Like, I could have some serious issues going on. So, like, for what it is, it's not bad. But the thing that kills me, and I guess like the feature that makes me most insecure, and when I realize that like I'm getting thicker, is when the double chin really shows out.
Oh, you don't like the double chin?
I hate it. I am so self-conscious of it. It is such like it's such a fuckery of visions in my head. Because it's like nothing's fat, but it's just the jowl. If I was ever to get plastic surgery, I wouldn't do my nose. I wouldn't do a facelift. I wouldn't do a tummy tuck. I wouldn't do any of that. I would do something to get rid of the double chin, though.
Wow,
that would be my thing.
For me, it's like it's feeling the Jabba the Hutt belly when you sit down. That's what I hate.
Okay,
that's what I hate, feeling the Jabba belly.
I'm not there yet.
I mean, what are you trying to say? I'm there? Like, I mean,
no, but
it's how it feels. It's a
you've
feeling.
You've been there, right?
It's a feeling. No, I feel it though. It's not that like I got the Jabba stuff. It just feels like it.
Yeah.
And I don't like it.
When you can balance a plate on your stomach and that's how you eat.
Yeah, I'm not quite there yet, but I think if I tried, I could at least like have like a beer sitting on my belly or something.
Sure.
Maybe.
Sure. Could be a talent though.
Yeah.
But I got to buckle down. I got to do it.
You and me both.
It's happening. You want to like get on a fitness program? You want to get a gym membership and really kind of and be disciplined about it?
Well, so where I'm about to move has a little mini gym, so I'm gonna give that a shot before I get like
before you pay for anything.
Before I pay for anything extra,
totally fair.
I'm gonna give that a shot. But I'm down to challenge you to like a step off, or like you want to see who can get the most steps.
Oh, for sure. Okay.
Like if like maybe I need to buckle down and go Apple Watch. You have an Apple Watch?
I have an Apple Watch.
And maybe we'll just we'll connect on Apple Watch, and then
You can do that?
I'm sure.
Okay.
We'll go 1v1.
Count steps?
Yeah, count. We'll either count steps, or we'll count calories burned, or we'll
okay.
We'll go toe to toe.
I mean, they say like walking, like consistently walking for a good long time is a good way to maintain like a healthy weight.
For sure. I lost a ton of weight just walking. That's that's one of the reasons why I gained a bunch of weight now, is because, winter hits me hard. I don't walk the dog 2-3 times a day.
Yeah.
So, put me in a place that has a little Stairmaster.
You like a Stairmaster.
I like the stair. I like the elliptical. I like I'm down with treadmill. I mean, I'm not scared of a treadmill, but
I like the treadmill on an incline. If you put it on like a good grade of an incline, the treadmill becomes a real good vibe. Stairmaster, I don't appreciate her.
Let me tell you what I don't like about a treadmill. I'm a heavy stepper.
Yeah, okay.
I'm a heavy stepper.
Does your heel hit hard?
I just boom, boom. But even when I go toe. Even when I go on toe.
Okay.
I'm heavy stepper. It's a problem,
You and Joe.
It sucks.
Oh my God, it's brutal.
Hence why I out of respect for everybody in the world, I try to keep myself off of the treadmill.
Well,
out of respect.
What floor are you in your new apartment?
7.
Your 6th floor neighbors are going to love you.
I honestly think that the floors have to be pretty good because, I mean, it's not me that's going to be a problem. It's going to be Dwayne and Harry.
Oh, for sure. The nails
Dwayne's clacking. Got the long nails, and Harry's clacking. A pretty big boy.
How old's the building? Do you know?
No.
No? Okay.
No. Newly renovated, though.
Okay, because sometimes the older buildings, it's like giant slabs of concrete in the middle, so you
Yeah.
really don't hear much.
Yeah, we might be okay, honestly. The lady that was the tenant before us, they had like a big golden retriever.
Okay.
So that's a good sign.
Yeah.
Good sign.
Yeah.
So yeah, so that's
But I
my
wish you the best. I mean, like, let's do the step thing.
let's do it. Yeah.
Get your gym vibes going.
We're doing it.
I got
Let's
to get
go.
my gym
We'll go
vibes
toe to
going.
toe.
And I gotta bulk up.
Bulk up.
I gotta do it.
Bulk up.
Well, I gotta bulk up and lean out.
Yeah.
I gotta oxy
me
more on it.
both. But so yeah, that's kind of my that. So in a similar fashion, what you're gonna do in India, I'm gonna do while I'm moving. When I'm moving all my stuff, it's kind of gonna get me in that mentality of burning calories a little bit.
Sure.
And then I'm just gonna just ride that out.
Well, it's also I think it'll be like something fresh, new
Totally.
place,
Oh,
new
yeah.
environment. So it's a good kind of like clean slate to kind of start new routines.
Yep.
So you can get like a good walking, good exercise routine as you kind of figure out what your new day to day is going to look like in your new spot.
No doubt.
So for sure, I think that'll be a great moment of change.
You trying to get out of the frame again because we're talking body? What's going on?
It just happens. I'm
You're
not
such
even
a
like
liar.
trying to move.
I'm watching you slide out. Yeah, you do that. You do what you just did. You slipped out an inch right there.
Oh well.
Yeah. Well, you do that 5 times. You're out of frame. So okay, let's do it toe to toe.
Yeah, let's get it. That's our challenge. Even for our listeners out there, let's get physical.
Yeah.
Movement is key. Movement is lubrication.
True that. I'm gonna be Slim Jim before you know it.
You know, I don't need to be twiggy.
No, I mean I'd rather be jacked and in shape and fit, but
yeah, but fitness is
let's just cut some of the belly off, you know.
Totally.
Chop that thing.
But fitness is so broad because, like, even though you might see the people on Instagram that have 6-pack abs, giant muscles,
I don't need that.
They act like, honestly, they might not even be able to like run a mile.
Yeah,
it's just how they look. It's not actually like a measure of fitness. And sure, there's a bunch of drugs and Photoshop and all this other shit that's involved.
Yeah,
and then you get people who would be considered more on the plus size, but who can actually do some really intense physical activities. So it is like a spectrum, and it's not one size fits all.
Don't I know it? I mean, we're volleyball players, man. I mean, that's
for sure.
You know, I see that out on the court.
Yeah,
every time I step out there, one of the things I love about certain sports like volleyball. I mean, sometimes you do judge a book by the cover. There's a big, tall motherfucker. They're gonna go boom on that net, but nothing's better than seeing someone being like, they're probably meh, and then they just are insanely good.
Right. Yeah.
It's insanely good. So much fun. Love being that guy too sometimes for people.
Yeah, I think it's a good humbling experience.
A lot of fun. So, anywho, how you doing, man?
I'm okay.
You're just okay?
Just okay. I'm a little nervous for the traveling to India.
If anybody has any tips to travel, send it in an email to us.
Just to India
it's
in particular.
It's going to be too late. But send it to us anyway because it'll be funny for just us to look back.
Yeah, totally. I've looked at the itinerary. I've done some Google mapping to kind of get the gist of where we're going to be. Yeah. And the part of New Delhi that we're staying in, we're like center of New Delhi. We're like downtown New Delhi.
Downtown ND.
And from what I was reading on Reddit and all this other shit, New Delhi is it could be a pretty vibing spot. I think it's
You're gonna go clubbing in India?
I don't know. I don't know what we're gonna do. I mean, like, we have some free time to do stuff like that. I would like to check out something that's like
in India,
like for young people. See what the young people of India are doing. I googled like if there are any gay bars in New Delhi, and there are, but it's more like that they have like gay nights. It's not like there's like these bars are distinctly like a gay bar. It's definitely not like a boys' town situation where they're like all within the same block.
Could you imagine?
It's nothing like that. Okay. India still is a very conservative country. So I was kind of shocked to just see that there was something.
Yeah.
But who knows? Maybe we'll stumble upon it. We'll find out what happens.
You should go. You're gonna hit a gay night while you're out there.
Sure, why not? If like the schedules are right, like totally.
What nights are the gay nights?
I have no idea. I didn't look that far into it.
Okay, well,
but I'm only in New Delhi for like 2 days in the beginning.
Well, then you better look into it.
Otherwise, you're gonna miss on the weekend. So I'm in New Delhi on the weekend, and then I go to like Agar, Jaipur, which is more of like I guess it's like a little more rural, a little more like low key cities. Okay. That's where we'll do more of like some temple visits, safari vibes, that kind of stuff. And then I go back to Delhi when I like fly out. That's really it.
Brilliant.
But it's just going to be interesting. Again, the first time traveling out of the country, first time leaving the continental United States, and I'm going bold, going to India.
Bam.
I think I'm going to catch the bug, though, after this trip, where I'm like, now I need to go
somewhere else.
I got to go. I got to do these things.
There's a chance.
I think the next thing that I really want to do is go to London.
You've been talking about that all your life.
Yeah, I really do want to go to London. I think it could be a very easy trip in the sense that it's not a very long flight.
It's just across the pond.
I already speak the language, and then
not that well.
Well, I have a degree in it, unfortunately. Yeah. And then hop over to maybe Ireland, go to Belfast, go to Dublin, go to Scotland.
Yeah, I'm jealous.
That'd be very cool.
Okay.
And then if I can really push it, like go skiing in the Alps eventually, I would love that.
There you go.
Because it's cheaper than skiing here. Ooh, okay. I'll just get into it now.
What? Is this a hill?
A little bit of a hill.
Is it or isn't it?
It is a hill.
And so are we skipping the hills?
I'm just going to get into it because it's just kind of where that train of thought was going.
All right, hold on. Everybody take a second. We're getting into hills. We're getting in the hills. Hold on.
60 minutes in.
Hold on. This is a special episode. Mike, is there any hill that you'd like to die on today?
Yeah, I do.
Go ahead.
So going back to this hill. Corporations ruin everything.
Oh.
And corporations need to be stopped at all costs.
Bam.
So in this particular... Well, let me give it a little bit more of context. Corporations ruin hobbies. And corporations have no business entering hobbies.
Tough to say that, but okay.
That's my hill. So I'm saying this is like corporations have killed skiing. Like they have destroyed the skiing hobby in a way that makes it incredibly unattainable for newbies, and it makes it incredibly frustrating for people that are into the hobby.
Right.
So there are two companies. I don't remember the first, whether it's one of them, but the big one is Vail Resorts. So have you heard of Vail, Colorado?
Yeah, I have.
Yeah. Very famous place, very cool resort. It's a great place. Okay. They have developed a business strategy where they buy up all the surrounding mountains, all the local resorts, and then instead of charging people for like day passes and stuff like that, you have to now get their Epic Pass. You have to pay $1,000 and it gives you unlimited access to these resorts or whatever.
Unlimited.
But the only way that makes the Epic Pass worth it, that price point, is if they now charge the day passes to an obscene level. So what you used to be able to pick a day at a resort and you could go skiing for maybe like $120.
Okay.
Maybe even less.
Okay.
Now you're looking at $300, $400 for one day of skiing.
What?
Which is fucking crazy.
No.
And then if you go to Europe, which is why I want to go to the Alps, you can ski for like a week for like $300.
Yeah, that's awesome.
It's insane. So Vail Resorts has ruined everything. They have destroyed the hobby. Well, they didn't destroy the hobby, but they're making it so frustrating to where you now have... It's so much... Like, what's the word I'm looking for? You have to put so much more cash in the front to enjoy it. You have... Like, it's so... I don't know. It's kind of classist in a way.
Yeah. Because
you have to be rich to really get into it. Or you have to dedicate a shit ton of money to it.
Yeah, it's tricky.
And it's just... It's unfortunate. So...
It is unfortunate.
But
I'm with you. I'm with you on that hill. Corporations definitely have ruined skiing in America in that way. That sucks.
They're trying to ruin it everywhere else too.
Well, one day at a time, though. Okay.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to say about that?
I mean, I could go off on corporations all day.
Yeah, I mean,
they're the reason why the world is fucked up as it is.
Sure.
But I will digress.
We'll digress for now. Okay. You want to hear my hill?
Yeah, please.
Well, too bad. Just kidding.
If it was too early and you got to think still, it's fine.
It's not. It's actually not too early. My hill is, one thing that's fun about the hill game.
Yeah.
Is that whenever one of us has like a hill and the other one doesn't really have a hill, is that it's kind of easy to like figure out a hill in the midst of the other hill that's kind of similar but different.
Right.
You following?
Yeah. I can see the stall as
No, I'm not stalling. I got the hill.
Oh, you do? Okay,
yeah,
great.
yeah, no, I got it, but I wanted to make sure that I explained that my hill is semi-related to your hill, just in the premise of that I thought of it in the midst of it all, but I got it. I'm not stalling.
Lovely.
I'm not stalling. I want to make it clear. I want the people to know that I'm not stalling. But my hill, it's golf related.
Okay.
It is purely golf related, and I know. Hobby for a little bit more whatever. You don't have to
skiing.
Dude, it's not. It's really not. It's tough once you got the clubs and this and that. I mean, when you suck, you lose a bunch of balls. Balls can be a little expensive, but once you got the clubs to go golfing once every couple weeks, it's not crazy. To go to the driving range, very affordable. These it really is.
Yeah.
A semi-affordable.
It's not $300 to golf for a day, is it?
It could be if you went to the premier spot.
Okay.
In California or country club.
What's the most expensive spot in Illinois? Probably Medina.
For a public course, the most that I've ever spent, $118 a round.
Okay.
Which is a lot. But this is the top 3 courses in Illinois.
Okay.
Public course. For a country club, you got to know a guy. And at Park Ridge, I think it was $150.
Okay.
But they got ball caddies. They got guys that literally find the ball for you. You'll hit the ball, they'll be like, I know exactly where it's at.
That's crazy.
It's crazy.
Okay.
Next level.
That's a very bougie experience of golfing.
I've only done it one time. Crazy.
Okay.
Very cool. Crazy.
So there's just dudes that follow you the whole time?
Yeah, they're like a caddy type thing. It's a ball caddy. Caddy's the guy who holds the clubs.
Okay.
It's a ball caddy. Same type of thing.
So you hit the ball and then they go find it?
And then you kind of just follow them to the ball.
That's wild.
You don't have to find your own ball.
That's so lazy.
It's, you know what? You say it's lazy, but really all it does is keep pace up in the course so that
turnovers faster.
They can keep their time structured and leave on time as well. So it does kind of have a little bit of a dual threat situation. It is a little bougie, makes another person a tip as well.
Sure. Right. It's go send a 20 something.
But it really does keep the flow as well. And it is it's so cool.
Yeah, that I can understand.
It is so cool. But my hill, sorry to go off on a tangent, you guys, but my hill is that I'm going to die on is let's keep the golfing, affordable.
Mm-hmm.
But let's keep you guys off the course. I don't want the course to be too busy this summer. So my hill is just keep the costs down and keep the people off the course so that I can be on the course. That's the hill that I'm dying on today.
So
it's a very selfish.
Well, I'm also hill. What is it?
The hill is
benefit me. The hill is do less so I can do more.
I want to have a good time on the course. I don't want to feel rushed all summer long.
Okay.
And I want it to be affordable. So let's keep the corporations a little further out. I don't want if I take a turn, if golf takes a turn like skiing's doing, if I had to pay $200 for a round, I'd have to quit. And that's why
then you would buy this epic pass where
there is an epic pass
for golf.
For golf, yeah. I'm thinking about getting it too.
Oh, really? How much is it for the season?
$2,000.
$2,000 for the season.
$2,000.
Fuck. How many courses do you have access to?
15.
Really? That's not that much. But all over the United States or global?
All in Illinois.
All in Illinois. Is there some that's international? Or is it all just state related?
I don't know. I only know the Illinois one.
Okay.
I bet it's per state. They probably just get golf courses that agree to it. And I believe I get one, if I do it, I Like it covers your greens fees every time, and it covers like the golf cart cost too.
Okay.
So you show up with your bag, you show up with your balls, you pay nothing.
So how many trips to the course would you have to take to make it worth it?
It's a good question. I've done the math.
I know you do.
If
you do
it's
math.
Yeah, so if it's $2,000, if like a cheap round of golf, cheap, $50, 18
Okay.
holes. So that's 40 rounds.
It's a lot of golf.
It's a lot of golf, but
There's not that many weekends in the summer.
More on average, though, it's probably closer to $75 a round.
Okay.
So really, it's closer to 30 rounds. 30, 35.
Okay. Can you golf 30 rounds in the season?
Oh, for sure. I easily golfed over 40 last year.
Okay.
I'm sneaking away. If anybody who knows me, I'm sneaking away to golf on a Tuesday.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, going on the weekday is like the best for anything.
Well, that's
like
what
that.
I'm thinking. So if I do this, I can just have like a tea time at like 7 a.m.
Yeah. Would you
Wake
go
up
solo?
so early? Sure. I don't care.
Okay.
Wake up so early. Get in 18 by 11 o'clock. Maybe even sooner. And that's also what's kind of nice is because that like you're paying for the whole thing. You could show up and play 12 holes and leave. You don't feel obligated to play the full 18 because you didn't pay the full 18 this time. It's you showed up, you play 12 today, you play 13 tomorrow, you play 18 the next day.
Yeah.
You know, you can kind of just keep playing at whatever pace you want. And in that scenario, you know, some days I might be able to go in the morning, some I might go in the afternoon, you know. And
so you're thinking about it.
I'm thinking I could golf 60 times this summer.
Okay. So then it would be worth it.
It would be insanely worth it.
Okay.
And I'd become a hell of a golfer.
Well, yeah, practice.
A hell of a,
perfect.
you know, maybe I'd give up volleyball for the summer
and go golfing
and just only focus golf. Just pew.
Which one do you think you can do for longer?
Golf.
Okay.
For sure I could do golf for longer. So much better on my shoulders and back.
Yeah, it is a little less.
Last night we played my
intensive.
shoulder. I mean, it's in pretty good shape, but like I can feel where like I have that minor tear, and I can feel in that tendon that like if you played one or two more games like that, you know, you might be in some pain for a week or two on that shoulder. But it's on me to like if I was to stretch it out a little bit more today, then it probably would loosen up and it wouldn't be like that. But it's just the tension's just so high.
We gotta get you some conditioning. We gotta.
That's the thing. That's what we're trying to do. We're trying to go toe to toe.
Yeah, we gotta get in that conditioning vibes.
So I know my hill's a little complicated. I know it is, and it's selfish.
I don't really. I mean, I get the hill,
and no, you don't, and that's okay. I don't really get it either, but it is what it is.
Yeah,
and it's my hill for this week. So
yeah, your hill is your hill. That's for
my hill's my hill. Do with it what you will. And
fuck these corporations, free Luigi.
Fuck these corporations, free Luigi. And
did you see Bill Burr's thing?
No, I didn't see Bill Burr's.
Oh, it cracked me up. So he's I guess he's a sneakerhead, and he was doing something with some sneaker channel guy on YouTube or whatever, and he was talking about one of his favorite pair of shoes that he would get. I don't know if it's like an Air Force One type of thing.
Okay.
But it's like a leather-bound sneaker type shoe.
Okay.
And the guy was like, "Oh, well, did you hear that?" He's like, "Yeah, I heard. You know, they made it, you know, my favorite shoe just shittier. Same price, shittier leather, shittier material."
You're going to keep doing that.
You know, because some corporate schmuck needed to give himself a fat bonus at the end of the year, and then he turns to the camera and then he yells, "Free Luigi."
Oh my god.
So even Bill Burr's on my hill.
Bill Burr's in it.
Because
you're doubling down on Hill?
Game recognizes game.
Game recognizes game.
Corporations are fucking everything up. Fuck them. And
fact.
I'm sure when if and when we get to the pulpit, that we
What do you mean if?
Well, when we get to the pulpit.
No. Hold on. You gotta remember that thought, and let's dive into that. What do you mean if?
If and when?
Why are you saying if?
Well, because it hasn't happened yet.
Are you slowing down on the idea of it?
No. Like I have
scared. What's going on?
It's just depending on timing.
Why are you saying if? Timing of what?
Because
you're planning something where it's not going to happen.
It's just a phrase.
No. It's not a phrase. Mean what you say and say what you mean.
If and when.
Oh no. Not
so
if and when.
It hasn't happened, and you can't guarantee that it's going to happen.
No. It's when. Just you don't need to say if.
Okay, so when.
There we go. Okay.
When we get to the pulpit.
Thank you.
And I get up on my pulpit.
Get up on that thing.
Corporations will be very much target numero uno.
Okay.
And there are some corporations out there that have really done some dirty things.
You're gonna show up with a bunch of data.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm going to have facts and figures. DuPont, I'm coming for you.
You know what would be fun? If in your tomato pulpit, you come with all these facts and you tell me like, we're going up against, you'll be like, I'm going up against Amazon. Okay. And then I play Amazon in our little back-to-back. And you're like, what are you doing about that? And I'm just going to tell you how I feel about it and just kind of like, brush it off.
So it's like a game of devil's advocate.
It's gonna be a fun time. It'll be good. It's just an idea.
Where you represent the devil, and the devil being Amazon in that scenario.
It could be. I'm just thinking it would be.
I think you can justify most of the shitty things that these corporations have done through just the idea that we needed to make our bottom line,
right?
And that's 90%, I would assume, of all the reasons and judgments that go into the shitty things that they do.
Don't worry, we're gonna make the podcast about it. Don't worry. But what I'm saying though is it would be kind of funny though because
sure,
I think that would be a good.
I live for a debate.
Good little segment.
Yeah, I live for a debate.
Something to think about. Something to think about.
Yeah, the devil and I were friends. We're buddies.
Keep your friends close, enemies closer.
What is the phrase? It's like I
just said the phrase.
No. There's nothing of like salt and sugar.
You know what the phrase is? If and when.
If and when.
It's not a phrase. If and when. Go ahead. Go back.
If and when. What qualifies as a phrase? Tell me, what qualifies as a phrase?
Not if and when.
Okay. Two conjunctions. Are they conjunctions?
You're the English major.
I remember. I was never good at grammar. It's true. If you don't learn it's almost like learning a certain language. If you don't learn grammar by like a certain timeline, you'll never pick it up.
Yeah.
And I guess I was never one of those people because I was in remedial English for like most of elementary school and all of elementary school and part of middle school. Impressive. Which is horribly ironic that I ended up getting a college degree in the thing that I was the least talented at in school.
And isn't it ironic? Don't you think?
Like the Bo Burnham song?
It's like rain.
Oh.
Like Bo Burnham.
He has a Bo Burnham song about it. Isn't that ironic? IRONIC.
Yeah, it's not as good as the original Ironic song.
By
I don't know.
Who's or what's it?
It's by Who's or What's It, but I don't know who it's.
That's a great band name.
Who's or What's It? Is that a band? Is that out there? Should we start it?
Or a drag name?
Oh, Who's Her What's It?
Ladies and gentlemen, look at the stage. Who's or What's It?
I'm surprised that's not a thing. Might be.
There might be one out there. It's probably in Australia.
Who's or What's It?
Is that British?
Someone
that was really Aussie.
I don't know. I'm trying to get it out there. I don't know. But whatever. Okay. Well, what have you been watching lately, man? You've been consuming any content?
All right. I want to discuss White Lotus theories with you for a second because we've got a new episode that recently dropped, and I have different judgments on who the murderer is, and I have different judgments on who is going to be murdered. First person I think that's going to be murdered is Lachlan.
Okay.
I think Lachlan is going to die.
For the people that don't know, what character is that?
Lachlan is not the douchey brother. He's like the brother in between the two siblings.
Right.
Like where Piper is trying to get him to be Buddhist. Saxon is trying to get him to be a douchebag, and he's like caught in the middle between the two.
And you think he's dead?
And I think he dies. I think his death is like him trying to defend Saxon, or like Greg is going to try and kill Saxon, and Lachlan gets in the way, dead. And then I think there might be more than one person dying at the end. So Lachlan is one, and then I think Gaituk, the security guard,
really
also dead.
And Greg gets away, right?
Greg gets away because he's the villain of the series, it appears. Yeah. So we might see Greg again later on. Although his girlfriend did mention that she thinks that he could kill her. So maybe she dies.
Maybe can you see a world where Greg dies and Walton, it's his actor name. I don't know his character name. The other old guy. He becomes
the new Greg,
the new villain for the next 3 seasons.
I guess, but who would he kill? That I don't who would he kill in that cast to justify?
It could be an accident.
I suppose, but I don't see that. I guess because I don't see the connection yet to where it would cause that kind of conflama.
Right.
But what did you think about Sam Rockwell's appearance? He was Walton's friend.
That was wild.
That was crazy.
That
was one of the best monologues in
nuts.
TV history ever.
Oh my god!
And as fucked up as it was and is, it's so it's so genuine to some regard. Because there's people that have done something similar to that experience.
Oh yeah.
And I kind of love it. I kind of love that.
It was insane. And Walton's reaction to it was hilarious.
Yeah.
His blank, enthralled.
Well, what would you how would you react? I would what if I told you on this podcast one day where I was just I went to Thailand, I was fucking all these lady boys, and then the lady boys started fucking me. And I was thinking I was a lady boy, and I would watch the lady boy.
And I would dress up all cute.
All cute.
That was crazy.
And I looked hot too. And what would you? How would you react if that was one of your best friends saying something like that?
It was wild. It was just wild. It was wild. It was interesting.
I was so happy that was in there. Honestly, I really enjoyed that bit of writing from Mike White.
Yeah, brilliant. Actually, brilliant. So yeah, I thought that was interesting.
I don't think Belinda's going to die, even though I feel like that's where
it's too obvious.
It's too obvious. Belinda doesn't die. And I think because she has to make it back to Hawaii. But I did like that. We got a confirmation on the timeline where I was getting theories that this was happening before Hawaii or before Sicily.
Right.
And after, but this is clearly happening after Sicily.
For sure.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Because Tanya's dead. And that's how Belinda is suspicious of Greg.
Yeah, Belinda said that she died. Right? Yeah. Okay. All right.
So we are going in chronological order of the seasons.
Okay. White Lotus. I gotta watch it again. I wanna pay more attention to it. Something about it. So one thing about White Lotus for the people is that the characters are dislikable.
Yes.
Which
there's usually one character that's redeemable.
Yeah, 1, maybe 2, whatever. That sometimes makes me tune out a little bit to the show, and then I miss things. And then it's tough for me to get caught back up, and it's a struggle that I have with White Lotus.
Well, see, I'm different. I like a bad character.
I'm different. I do too.
I like an asshole.
Yeah, me too. I do too. I
like so you've seen The Penguin, right?
No, I didn't watch The Penguin. No, but you told me to watch The Penguin.
So good. Where you want the bad guy to kind of succeed, and then at the end, they're still the bad guy.
Right.
When I don't know, when I watch White Lotus, I love the kind of window we get to these people that come from high society generally. This I think that's kind of what I like the most about it. It takes the piss out of this what is perceived as these super esteemed people from a high echelon of society.
Yeah,
they're really just garbage people.
Totally.
And I think that's really, I like that sobering, humbling dynamic that White Lotus offers.
Yeah. I think like that too. It's just tough.
I think that's also why I kind of like Housewives. The real because it is these women that come from
these bitches.
They have so much money. They have God knows too much money.
Bitches.
And they behave like straight up bitches.
Right.
And some of them are so trashy, and I love that. Because rich people, they piss on everybody else, but really they're just as bad, if not worse.
Agreed.
So I appreciate that from White Lotus. Although, what do you think about Lisa's character? Like, I'm kind of getting like, what's her point in this season yet, other than like being Guy Talk's like love interest? Does she become of any major consequence?
I don't know.
And it's kind of crazy for her to be one of the most famous people in the world and be a character that doesn't have much consequence for about more than half the season.
I really don't know. That's the thing.
I feel like something has to happen with her.
Shows a lot of smoke and mirrors,
Very that. Yeah.
Very much. Which makes it a little tricky for me to say that I have any idea. Because I don't.
But that's when most of my focus has been. I've been really kind of diving into the White Lotus theories.
Pretty good.
Yeah. And then Survivor, but that's
you love it.
That's for the other podcast.
Yeah, but we could still, we could talk about it a little bit here if you want to talk about even watching
I guess on just
Survivor.
More of like, counts. Yeah, I guess it does count. I don't know, the difference of reality TV from the 2000s to now is so fascinating.
It really is.
Where Survivor has really kind of set the tone for most of reality TV today.
I agree.
It really has.
Because it's been around so long.
It's very famous. It's infamous in many regards. But just I watch it and I'm just like, if only, like, it's a tease. It's of reality TV because it could be so good. It could be so juicy.
It does get so good. We're just watching. For the people that don't know, we're watching the first season of Survivor ever. So like,
aired in 2000.
The people on the show have no context.
I was 4 years old. I was actually 3 years old. I turned 4 like in the middle of the season.
Right. Excellent show. Excellent. The season itself, not excellent necessarily, but it's got a couple excellent moments. And it's got
it gives you glimmers of like what reality TV is going to turn into.
It does. And I almost think it would be fun. Like, I want you to watch one of the newer episodes just so you can see
the difference.
Just so you could freak out about it.
Yeah, how much it's changed.
Yeah, it's freaky.
Yeah, I'm down.
Jeff alone will blow your mind.
Really?
Yeah.
He becomes much more of a pot stirrer.
He's just so much older too.
Okay. Yeah, he was a young buck in the first one.
Put 25 years, little plastic surgery on a guy.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Botox.
Oh, yeah. Maybe the sun's been on him every year.
Yeah.
They got to tighten that up a little bit.
But what a gig, honestly.
Oh, yeah.
You're just a host of like one reality TV show your entire
You're in Fiji.
Career.
You're just beaching it. You're beaching it, and you don't have to do any of the bad stuff. You just get
anything.
You get on the boat. You tell them, hey, go do this, go do that.
Luxury.
Yeah.
And he probably, I don't know, how much does he make per season? Do you know?
That I would like to know.
It's got to be millions at this point.
Maybe after that. Or after that. Maybe after this, we'll look it up and we'll toss that in as a little Easter egg nugget for our next Sofa Survivor episode.
Okay, sure.
We'll just throw it in there.
Because I'd be curious. He probably makes a good amount of money.
I'm curious to see if we could find out the pay difference from when he did it season 1 and like what he makes now, because that I would really like to know, because it has such a darn following. And
like the show literally made so much money that the studio bought them an island to film on.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Great idea.
I mean, it's smart. Instead of having to like package all the production and shit and move it from island to island, it's all just there.
Right.
So it also ends up saving them some money, I would imagine.
That's what it's all about.
But yeah, Survivor, that show. If I want my girl Susan to win. I do.
You're still thinking Sue,
my Midwestern queen, because I need her and Kelly to turn on Rich.
Ooh, Tough to say.
I know. I want it bad. But then like Kelly, she's been a little bit
wishy-washy.
She's wishy-washy. She's wobbling. Stay strong, Kelly. Your boyfriend's a weirdo, but you gotta stay strong.
He was weird. There you go. Survivor and Lotus.
But yeah, Survivor and Lotus. Very tropical, you know. We're in the, you know,
getting the feel for summer coming.
Yeah, we're in the Indochina Sea.
I like that. I like that a lot. Good stuff, man.
Yeah, what are you watching?
I finished The King of Queens.
Everything.
The whole show.
My goodness.
From beginning.
How many seasons?
To the end. 9, I think.
9,
maybe 8.
Okay.
9 for sure, I think, actually.
Is it a good ending? Does it wrap up everything really. That you...
No, it's not that good.
Oh, okay.
No, but it's fine. It's good.
I feel like sitcoms like that, it's tough to end.
Oh, definitely. Like the Seinfeld ending, they all go to jail.
It's terrible.
Why is it terrible?
Because it's boring.
Why is it boring?
I would expect more for them. Like, if it's a show about nothing and they all go to jail, isn't it for like a bullshit reason too? I forget what it is.
They're very bad people.
Yeah, but they're not that bad.
How do you know?
Because I've seen a couple episodes.
That's not enough.
But I
you know how Curb Your Enthusiasm ends?
He goes to jail?
Is that what you think?
I would assume.
He does. He goes to jail.
And it's probably...
And Jerry bails him out.
Okay, yeah.
And then they walk and they're like, you know how the show should have ended.
Yeah, it's very much a nod to everyone hating the Seinfeld ending.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, it's so anticlimactic for them, for those characters, I feel like.
You know, Larry left the show before.
And went to jail?
No. For Seinfeld, Larry left the show after, like, the show has like 9 seasons.
Yeah.
He left after like 7.
Okay.
So he wasn't even on it.
So he wasn't even in the writer's room.
I don't know about the final season itself, if he was on the final season, but he wasn't on the 8th season or 7th season. He still played his legendary George Steinbrenner character.
Okay.
Who's excellent. Excellent. If you haven't seen episodes with George Steinbrenner.
I don't think I have.
Well, maybe while we're uploading this podcast, I'm just going to give you a couple clips of it.
A couple clips of
while
George Steinbrenner.
While we're also looking up. No, Larry David playing George Steinbrenner.
Yeah.
Hilarious.
Okay.
Hilarious. Maybe you won't think so. Maybe you'll hate it.
It's possible. I hate so many things in life.
Yeah, you hate a lot of funny.
I'm just the world's #1 hater.
And bully.
And Nazi?
Nazi question mark?
Is it fashionable to be a Nazi?
It could be.
Is it
coming back?
Do I drive a swastika?
No, you don't. No, you don't.
They wish.
They do.
They wish. I love seeing Elon's stock price drop, though. I love seeing Tesla go in the shitter.
Dropping like a fly.
Makes me so happy.
Yeah.
Because it's a hyperinflated company anyway.
Anyway, yeah, for sure.
It's not worth whatever. It was valued at like $1 trillion, and it only makes like $7 billion in profit. The fuck?
Yeah, I agree.
I'm not a mathematician, but that math does not math.
Math don't math.
So, and then he's getting money under the table through SpaceX. That's a whole nother bag of worms.
Oh, definitely.
Because it's a private company.
Yeah.
And so, you know, any Chinese investor, Russian investor, you name it, could just be like, hey, SpaceX, here's some little moosh gosh gosh.
Totally.
Go hook me up on some of that Starlink.
Quick little hookup.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hook it up to that Starlink. And soon Starlink is going to run the FAA. That's like coming down the pipe for us.
Here we go.
It's so scary.
Scary times.
It's scary. Corporations ruining everything, man.
Yeah.
I like well, I don't love the FAA, but they're out of regulatory organizations go. They're a good one to have.
Yeah. Not to get you off topic, but I finished the King of Queens.
Yeah, sorry, back to King of Queens.
And not really sure what I want to watch, so I came back to just Friends. I'm watching a couple episodes of Friends right now, seeing if that gives me what I need.
Are you looking for a sitcom?
I don't know. Not really sure. I was just looking for something easy at the time. I'm waiting for the Seth Rogen show to come out on Apple TV. I'm excited to watch that. Oh, that's what I wanted to plug. That's what I wanted to tell you about. I watched the first episode of Righteous Gemstones, the new season.
Yeah.
And it was like a prelude episode. And
before even season 1 happened?
Yes.
Okay.
Like during like the revolutionary times. Like it was crazy.
Oh, okay.
And you know who the star of the episode was?
Are they friends of Danny McBride?
I'm sure they've met.
Okay. I'm
I
going
don't
to
know.
guess
Yeah, good luck.
John Mulaney.
No. Keep going.
Serena Williams.
Yeah.
It's not Serena Williams.
It's not Serena Williams. No.
But I thought, maybe Shot in the Dark. Kendall Jenner.
No.
Justin Bieber.
No. You think these are friends of Danny McBride?
I don't fucking know his life.
Okay.
Is it a comedian?
No. He's funny.
They're an actor.
Yeah.
Famous.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I would know them.
Oh, yeah.
Have they been in a TV show recently? That's not Righteous Gemstones.
Not that I know of.
Are they in movies?
Yes.
Action movies?
They're in movies. I don't know.
Chris Pratt.
No.
Chris Evans.
No.
John Stamos.
No, that'd be cool.
All right, I'm giving you one more.
No, I'm giving you one more.
And it's no, I'm giving you one more. And it's going to be Will Smith.
You got it. You can tell by my tone that I'm bullshitting.
Yeah.
Bradley Cooper.
Oh, okay, Bradley. All right, Mr. Cooper.
Yeah, it was crazy. It was really, really crazy.
He plays like a general or something?
He doesn't play a general, actually. So the show's about megachurch.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. I love the concept, and I've told you many times. The concept is fabulous.
So this, like I
Danny
said,
McBride sucks.
Yeah, you're wrong. You're right, and then you're wrong. He goes into a church after service, kills the pastor.
Okay.
Steals his he's stealing from the plate of the money that is passed around. What's that called?
Oh, the tithes.
I don't know if that's what it's
so.
called. They're passing around,
but it's the basket that goes
they're
around.
passing around the money plate,
and everyone puts the dollar in.
Yeah, take your money, pass it around.
Yeah. I thought it was tithes and stuff. Like
Don't
that.
look it up. It's
Whatever.
fine. Crazy thing.
Whatever.
To do right
Fucking
now. We're on a podcast. You can't just
crazy
bust out
Jesus
your phone.
people
He
throwing your money away.
kills him, and then soldiers show up, and they're like, "Hey, we're here to grab the pastor to be our pastor for our troops."
Oh, okay. I used to know what those are called.
And he's just like, "Yeah, that's me. Hold on 1 second." And he goes in the back and he frames the pastor, and he's like, "He tried to kill me and I defended myself."
Okay.
And he just goes on this insane action movie adventure for a prelude episode.
So is this kind of like the first megachurch liar
bananas
kind of thing?
So
I feel like that's where that was going.
So the Bradley Cooper says that, so he kills the pastor, and the pastor, he says that the guy that is the pastor that he kills, he says that he's Elijah Gemstone, who's the name of John Goodman's character.
Okay.
And I think could also be the name of John Goodman's dad.
But this is the Revolutionary War.
I don't know the exact time frame. They didn't put a year. It was back then.
Okay.
We'll have to double check.
Are they in red coats?
There are codes. Maybe not revolutionary.
Civil?
It could be civil.
Is it Union soldiers in blue and Confederates in gray?
Maybe. I don't know. It's not very clear. The time frame is...
Are they using guns with, the pellets that whatever those are called?
I don't know what they're using. There's a bayonet involved.
Okay.
I believe.
Okay. But they're not using AK-47s and shit.
No. Mm-mm.
Okay. They're using some gunpowder and what the fuck are those guns called? Muskets. So that's what I wanted to talk about. Okay.
It's pretty insane. And you would like Righteous Gemstones if you just don't give up on it. And then you would like this episode and you'd be like, holy shit, that was fucking crazy. And then you'd have something new to watch.
I wish I liked it. That's
you
one
don't
of the things. Like, I wish I liked the show because
you didn't try.
I think the bullshit of megachurches is incredible. There's so much potential there. There's so much potential there. Yeah. And especially like having my experience with Willow Creek here in South Barrington.
Oh, for sure.
So much potential.
Willow Creek is bananas.
Oh my God. I kind of want to do one. If I was to write a show, I have my like Handmaid's Tale theory. That's one other show that I want to write. But the other one that I want to do involving the church is definitely like a mega church scandal, maybe like a dark comedy kind of thing.
Okay.
Where I think Righteous Gemstone is a little more slapstick.
Totally.
I would do something a little bit more kind of like House of Cards level of drama and scenery.
That'd be cool.
Meets like a White Lotus.
Okay. Yeah. I'd be down with that.
I think that would be a really fun concept.
Yeah.
Where you have like some higher ups in the church and there's a scandal with like one of the poor people that they bring in to make the church look good. And then it's just like a game of cover up. And yeah, I think that could be really fun.
Okay. Yeah.
I got to write it.
I'd watch that. Yeah, you got to write it.
I got to put pen to paper on that one.
Pen to paper. Okay. I like that. Good idea. Good idea, Mike.
Right? I think that'd be a good show.
Good idea.
What would I call it? What would we call it?
What would
the pulpit? The tomato pulpit.
The tomato pulpit. I don't think we would call it that. I feel like it should be something like Obey the Cross.
Okay.
Or like something intense that's like, I feel like do you watch Obey the Cross? I know it sounds like it's this, but really it's like this.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Just an idea. Just throwing something out there. Or One with the Cross. Or
One with the Cross?
Yeah.
Or like Salem Psalms?
Salem Psalms, maybe.
No, it's too much assonance.
Yeah.
I don't know. We can shop it.
We'll shop it. We'll shop it. If you have an idea, shoot us an email.
Somebody sent us a fucking email.
To sofatomatoespod@gmail.com.
I want to
shoot it.
Just shoot. Literally take a gun and shove it in my mouth and write that email.
Just an email it. Thanks for tuning in. I don't really have much else. Do you have anything that you want to let the people know about or talk about or dive into? Because we got time. We don't have to just get the show on the road.
Well, no, I mean, what do I want to say? Well, there's not going to be an episode next week because I'll be gone.
We will still be releasing a Sofa Survivor episode, though, next week, which is still exciting. So if you are a hardcore tomato head, feel free to slip over and become a Survivor head for an episode, because we will be releasing an episode next week. One way or another.
Yeah, whatever that timeline is. That's
something to think about. I don't know what day I'm going to get it out there, but
it'll be out there.
We will get it out there. It might drop even Sunday, but kind of feels like a weekday thing.
Sure.
Yeah.
Totally. Whenever you find time in between your moving and jazz.
Exactly. Precisely. So this will be actually, you guys, holy smokes. This will be the
last episode in here.
Episode in Jefferson Park, Chicago.
That's crazy. Do you have anything you want to say to this apartment?
You've been real good. Real good apartment.
Well, let's not get so emotional.
I liked it.
Yeah, it's not a bad spot. You were in a pretty decent space.
Yeah, I like this apartment.
I feel like it's got good bones, except for the kitchen.
Yeah, I'm sad to leave it, but
what was your favorite thing about this apartment?
Favorite thing
besides the price?
Besides the fantastic price, I would say that my favorite thing about this place, it's probably a tie between not having to pay like a water bill
Yeah.
I love just letting that shower run.
Yeah. Yeah.
Really get like.
I do know.
Free water is fun to just
I
play
do love
with.
a long shower.
And then I also love having a parking spot.
That's clutch.
And
even though your street parking situation isn't really that
not
bad.
that bad, but the guarantee is nice to have.
It's true. It's true.
And then that's really all I got. I mean, I don't really like the dishwasher is broken to the point where it needs a new one now. They're literally going to put a whole new one in. The when it gets too hot, the floor kind of like rises by where the door's at. So it's tough. It's like the door literally scrapes the ground a little bit.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
You got a boiling floor?
I don't know. It's not a boiling. It's a rising floor.
It's a rising floor.
I don't know.
Ooh, I don't know.
Yeah, they're like...
Sounds like a structural problem. I mean, this is an old building.
The building's old. The wiring's terrible. There's all kinds of issues with it.
Yeah.
I'm very happy to move on to a different place. And I'm also excited. My new place has Wi-Fi included.
Yeah, that's nice.
And
that's how my last place was.
Not to go off on a big tangent, we were about to do our goodbyes, but I might as well just go ahead and talk about the whole internet situation that life has thrown our way, you guys. So it's kind of fucked up. I've been paying money for internet for a while. It's like $90. But the thing that these damn companies do is they put you on, they say, yeah, we'll let you pay $90. We'll put you on a year thing. Then once that 12 months hits, they don't go, oh, your promotion's gone. They go, you idiot. You idiot. You thought that you could keep paying $90 a month?
You fucking...
$120.
Yeah, you...
$120. $30 raise a month. For the same motherfucking internet.
Yep.
Okay? Talk about a hill I should have died on.
Yeah, prorated.
Hopefully you stayed along for the real hill.
I mean, add another hill.
Yeah, it's a hill. Not? Yeah.
The mountain range is growing.
Keeps growing.
These plate tectonics are moving.
It's just ridiculous that I have to, just lock me in for the same price every month. And if we're getting close, say, hey, let's get you a new one. So you don't have to, so we don't jack your bill up 33%.
No, they would never do that. Because they want to jack your bill up. That's the whole point.
Oh my God.
This is Xfinity?
Of course it is.
Yeah, of course it's Xfinity. So your new place...
X-fuckinity.
X-fuckinity.
Yeah.
They, ladies and gentlemen, on stage, X-fuckinity. Your new place, because you run a business out of here, is your internet speed going to be up to par?
So I think it will be. So we talked to the tenant beforehand, and it was like a mom and her son. And her son games while she's working from home. So that should be enough.
Okay. I didn't tell you how many megabits per second.
It's 300.
Okay.
Which isn't bad. I have a full terabyte though here.
Yeah. That's kind of a big difference.
Yeah, but I don't think I need the full terabyte here. I love it. I mean, it's fast as hell, but and if I want to upgrade it, I can. Okay. For sure. They'll let me upgrade it. And me and Xfinity, we talked 2 days ago. I put my cancellation in, and I got the thing set up for when it's time to move. Yeah.
So what else is included in your apartment? You got internet, water. Does Oak Park do water like Chicago does, or you got to pay a water bill?
I do not have to. I believe water, heat, gas, internet. It's all a $130 fixed price.
Okay.
Every month.
That's nice.
It is nice. So I think I only have to pay for electric. That's fine.
Yeah.
Set me up.
Totally. Do you have air conditioning? You got an HVAC system in there? Or is it window units?
I think it's HVAC.
Okay. You got vents in the ceiling, vents on the floor?
Oh, maybe not. I don't know. It's got heating and cooling though. So we got that going for us.
Sure.
But anyway, that's my little rant. Thanks for sticking with us, you guys. Thanks for tuning in. Who are you? Think about it.
I was thinking about it.
Yeah.
It made me think of Severance for a second. That first opening scene of Severance.
Who are you?
Who are you?
Who are you?
I'm Heliar. No, I'm Mike Tomato.
Mike Tomato. I'm Tom Sofa. Thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate it. And tune in next week for Sofa Survivors.
Like, comment, subscribe.
Like, comment, subscribe.
Leave us a fucking email.
Please email us. Please.
If I don't get an email, I'm gonna jump.
Thanks. Bye.